A homeless teen, a crying baby in a trash bag. One choice that changed everything. 20 years later, the baby is grown. And the truth? It's finally coming out. Full story on my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. It was a cold winter night, the kind of night where even the stars seemed too frozen to shine. Eli, a 16-year-old boy with no home and no family, wandered the dark city streets. His hands were numb. His stomach ached from hunger. He hadn't eaten a proper meal in 2 days, but he had grown used to pain. What he hadn't grown used to was the sound of crying. A faint, almost invisible sound echoed from an alley near the dumpsters. Curious and concerned, Eli followed the sound. As he got closer, his heart began to race. It was a baby, a real crying baby, left alone in the freezing cold inside a trash bag. His breath caught in his throat. Without hesitation, he ripped the bag open and pulled the baby out. The child's skin was ice cold, her lips trembling, wrapped only in a thin blanket. Eli held her close to his chest, trying to warm her with his body heat. Tears welled in his eyes. Who would do this? He whispered. The decision. He knew he had to get help, but he also knew, if he told the truth, that he found her near the dumpsters, no one would believe him. He looked like a runaway, a nobody. So he carried the baby to the nearest hospital, walked in and said, "She was left on my porch. I found her crying and brought her here." They took the baby immediately. Nurses rushed in. The doctor praised him. The police asked a few questions, but Eli was careful with his answers. He didn't stick around. He left quietly, just like he always did. 20 years later, her name was Lena now. She had grown into a bright, curious, and strong young woman. Adopted by a loving couple, she had everything. A good education, a warm home, and a passion for telling stories. She became a journalist, always drawn to stories about lost people, abandoned people, but something in her heart always felt incomplete. She knew she was adopted. Her parents were honest, but she never knew who saved her. Until one day, while researching a piece on abandoned children, she came across an old hospital record. A baby girl, found 20 years ago, brought in by a teenage boy. No name, no details. Just one note. Said he found her on his porch, disappeared before we could thank him. Her heart skipped a beat. "That was me," she whispered. "He saved me." Lena couldn't let it go. She started investigating shelters and street records, interviewed old nurses, searched for boys named Eli. After months of digging, one day, she found him. Eli, now 36, working at a car repair shop. Still poor, still quiet, never married, no kids, no recognition. She walked into his garage one rainy afternoon. He looked up. Their eyes met. Something unspoken passed between them. "Do you remember me?" she asked softly. He studied her. The eyes, the face, and then he broke into tears. Eli dropped to his knees. "You survived," he whispered, voice shaking. "You're okay?" Lena knelt beside him and hugged him tightly. "Because of you." That night she recorded his story, told the world what he had done. Her article went viral. People everywhere were moved. Donations poured in. Eli was finally seen, not as a nobody, but as a hero. Lena kept him in her life. She called him family, because to her, he wasn't just a stranger who saved her life. He was the reason she even had on. Sometimes heroes don't wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear scars, carry silence, and disappear before the applause. But their love leaves a mark, one that never fades. All right, guys, the story is end. And don't forget to subscribe.